I gotta say, I think jetpacks are slightly underrated. Now, I understand that a lot of you guys absolutely despise them. I know in the past, before I deleted all my videos, everybody who watched me play oh my god, it was literally, it was a video on my channel where I broke the Black Ops 3 disc in half with an axe. That was really weird. I don't know why I did that, but it was really funny and a lot of people liked it, so I'm happy I did that video. I wish I didn't delete it, but hey, things happen. I wanted to start fresh, stupid, but still. A lot of people despised it, including me, obviously. I really hated Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare. Infinite Warfare, honestly, I enjoyed it a little bit more, but I still raged tons in Infinite Warfare as well. And then when I revisited Black Ops 3, I actually started to enjoy it a lot compared to World War II as well. I kind of hopped back and forth here and there at certain points. But at this point, I think everybody can all agree that we all have mixed emotions about jetpacks. But were they actually good? Was it a good addition to Call of Duty? Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, hell no. It was awful. Don't ever even discuss this topic ever again. But seriously, I kind of think they were a pretty cool addition. Not only did it like really speed up the flow of Call of Duty, but I think it speeds it up better than what Black Ops 4 is trying to do with boots on the ground. When I'm on boots on the ground, I don't want that insanely fast arcadey feel anymore. At first, I thought it would be pretty cool. It would be unique. And yes, it is a unique game flow, but honestly, I think that kind of belongs to the jetpack genre. I think that it really fits in there with that game style. Being able to strafe around with your jetpack and move around, slide around different directions with it, it makes it a lot more fluent. And yes, you can still kinda slide, I guess, in Black Ops 4. It's not as good as Apex Legends, like I said, but you can kinda slide. It's not really about sliding in Black Ops 4, though. I think it's more about jumping around, but still, it gets a little weird with Black Ops 4 and boots on the ground. It just doesn't feel right bunny hopping around in the Call of Duty game. You know, when you're coming from like the Black Ops series and the Modern Warfare series, you know, I feel like drop shotting was more popular than even jumping around. Yeah, I think it was more about drop shotting, honestly. But what I think really caused some chaos in the Call of Duty community is the fact that they put 3 jetpack games back to back. No variety. And I feel like that goes for a lot of things with video games, like the same time period as well. I mean, 3 futuristic CODs, now we're going on almost 4. I mean, World War II was probably the first Call of Duty game where they finally went outside of the futuristic theme, but now they're right back in it again. We don't really get that much variety with the scenery and the weapons and all that other stuff when it comes to Call of Duty anymore. We're pretty much stuck in the same time period, the futuristic theme. So yes, there's going to be a bunch of futuristic weapons, futuristic specialists, maps, designs, you know, all those other things. And they put jetpacks, now it's not jetpacks, you know, everything that could be futuristic they put into the game. That's the whole point of making, I guess, all these new Call of Duty titles. They just got to be futuristic, but that kills off a game as well. A lot of the community has been begging for a modern day title as well, both from Treyarch and Infinity Ward. People were really wanting a modern day title from Treyarch. Yes, they made a lot of World War II games, also Black Ops 1, then went to Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 went straight to the futuristic theme. It was kind of modern day, but it was mostly futuristic. Then obviously Black Ops 3 was futuristic. People were kind of craving a modern day game from Treyarch, but they didn't do that. Obviously, they went with Black Ops 4 and went pretty much in the same futuristic theme. It was nothing different. We still have some of the same specialists, and they just recycled a specialist with the new DLC that just came out. So that one's back in here, Outrider. So yes, it's the same pretty much game as Black Ops 3, same graphics, same gameplay. They didn't really change much. So all these things can affect how a game will turn out in the end. And putting 3 back-to-back jetpack games was a true test to see how many people were loyal to play Call of Duty games. I mean, that is no variety in gameplay. At least when you stick to a theme, like the actual time period. Yes, they were all futuristic games, but at least they could change the weapons, they could change the maps, and yes, it will still be in the futuristic theme, which made it kind of annoying. It was still a certain amount of variety that you can experience in each game. Literally, we had 3 jetpack experiences. It was no change in the tempo, really. Honestly, the tempo just got faster and faster after each Call of Duty game as people learned how to use the jetpacks a little bit better with the Call of Duty formula. So the game just kept getting more fast-paced as time went on. So I think people are just having a bad mindset with how Call of Duty turned out, with how the jetpacks came in, they dominated. While we were begging for something different from jetpacks, they continued to dominate the rest of the Call of Duty series. I mean, we were begging for them pretty much, I don't know, I was begging for them after Advanced Warfare. I feel like a lot more people were begging for them after Black Ops 3, and that's why the Infinite Warfare trailer got so many dislikes, because, you know, nobody at that point, after the 2 jetpack CODs, nobody wanted to play another jetpack COD ever again. They were pretty much set, they were done, they had their time with it. I mean, you gotta think, that's 3 years straight of Call of Duty jetpack gameplay. Okay, you got to think about that. I mean, we are spoiled in the Call of Duty community. We get a game every single year. It's not like other series where you're waiting like 2 to 3 years to get a new game. No, we get a game every single year. So I guess the live service wouldn't really work with Call of Duty because, you know, we have our game, we play through it, and then we buy the next one the year after. So the jetpacks, 3 years straight, that really clogged up the play time for a lot of players, and I think that just kind of pushed them away. They don't even want to bother with Call of Duty anymore, because after that, that's just like mind-boggling to them how they could actually do that to their fans. They're like, why would I ever pay for another Call of Duty game if they could do that to us? I feel like if they just slow-fed us the jetpacks, we would have enjoyed it a little bit more. So instead of doing it like every single year, they could have done it like every other year or every year after that. However they wanted to, just give us some more of the core experience of Call of Duty. Maybe like, you know, do 2 boots on the ground, then 1 jetpack, then another 2 boots on the ground, then another jetpack, and then another 2 boots on the ground, then another jetpack after that. That would be plenty of time. We'll get plenty of the boots on the ground core gameplay that we all love as a Call of Duty community, but it'll still be a little spice of something cool that comes into the mix that, you know, quickens up the pace. And then maybe some people will actually stick with those games until the next Jetpack COD comes out. Maybe they'll skip the other boots on the ground games just to play that Jetpack Call of Duty. It's just how it goes. I think that would have been a much better way to give it to us. But instead, they decided to do it year after year after year, and I think that pretty much scraps the idea of jetpacks ever being back in Call of Duty, because it literally annoyed all of us to death. We didn't even want to play Call of Duty anymore after so many jetpack Call of Duties. It was so annoying. So it really did draw so many people back, which is sad, because honestly it was a cool concept. I'm not gonna lie, it really did quicken up the pace of Call of Duty, and it felt right. It felt good, it felt smooth, it felt fun, but it just didn't feel fun to many because we had to deal with it for so many years. So maybe, just maybe, if we go on a long break, maybe we'll want some jetpack CODs, maybe in the future, but honestly at this point, I don't know. I think everybody's been killed out of the old jetpack group. I think nobody even wants to bother with another jetpack Call of Duty, but we'll see. We'll see when time goes on. We'll see what happens in the future. But I'm curious on what you all think. Did you guys enjoy the Jetpack Call of Duties when they came out? Is there any specific one that you enjoyed more, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, or Infinite Warfare? Or did you absolutely despise them all? For me, it was mixed emotions. Honestly, I loved some of them, I hated some of them. It was a love-hate relationship, let's be honest. We had some fun moments, and we had some ones that were pretty bad. And do you guys even want them to make any more Jetpack Call of Duties at this point, or are you just completely done with them? Honestly, maybe like 3 or 4 Call of Duties down the road, maybe I would want to see another Jetpack Call of Duty return, because then I would have 3 to 4 Call of Duties to fall back on if that Jetpack Call of Duty sucks booty cheeks, let's be honest. So we have some backup just in case that happens, which is great. So honestly, at that point, I could see another Jetpack Call of Duty coming along. But at the moment, I think I'm washed out right now as well. I don't want to see any more at the moment. I just want a good boots on ground feel. World War II, it was fun at the end game. Beginning game, rough. It was very, very, very rough. I might actually go back and play some World War II and see if I can get some gameplay for you guys. That looks pretty fun. And then Black Ops 4 comes out. It was solid in the beginning, but just lacks tons of work that they just need to put into the game. The gun balancing thing that they did was awesome. It really did make the assault rifles more useful. I enjoy using guns like the KN, the Vapor, Maddox, a lot more than I did before over the submachine guns. At first, the submachine guns were king, I'm telling you. I would prefer a Spitfire, Cordite, SOG over any gun in the game at a certain point. Now I feel a little bit more comfortable engaging in gunfights, but at the end of the day, they're just not that fun of a boots on the ground experience for me. So I'm just waiting for that one game. I'm hoping the next Infinity War game, hopefully Modern Warfare 4, will be really fun. If it is, then hey, I'm good. I'm happy. I can play that for years and years to come if every other Call of Duty after that sucks. Just please make it good. But thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you slap the like button if you enjoyed it, dislike if you absolutely hated it, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification button to be notified on all my recent videos. If you want to chat with me, you can also hit me up on Twitter at JBonaman. If you want to catch me streaming, you can catch me on Twitch at JBonaman as well. Thank you all for tuning in to yet another video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.